Okay. Adya, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So, a very warm welcome to all the wonderful participants that I can see on the screen. So today we will begin our fourth session. Moksha, you're raising your hand?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, can you please give us a recap about yesterday's session, because I missed it and I didn't get the time to, last class session, I didn't get the time to watch the recording. I'll be watching it after class.
Okay. Recap I can give you, because otherwise we will not be able to proceed to our today's session. Last time we started with chapter 1 and then we spoke about Kurukshetra, how Kurukshetra war was to be held. But before that, Arjuna and Duryodhana, they both of them went, to different kings for alliance. They wanted them to fight on behalf of them. So Krishna and Arjuna and Duryodhana, they went to Dwaraka and approached Krishna. And Arjuna chose Krishna. And Duryodhana chose his Narayani Sena. So then we also saw one story. Actually, Moksha, you can go through the recordings which we are sending, but I'll just, in short, I'll just tell it, okay? And then we saw a story, which I will not say here, about a celebrity who also brought Krishna and Arjuna's deity, and then her life, how it changed. She shared that experience with one of the devotees. So that also we had shared. Then we explained that how all of us also should invite Krishna in our lives rather than his Krishna's Narayani Sena. And his Narayani Sena is what? We saw the equation, right? Everybody remembers the equation. Everything, all the material wealth, education, whatever we have, skill sets, knowledge, it is all like one zeros. But Krishna is like that one which gives values to your different zeros. So as many numbers of zeros is fine, but if that value of one is not there before so many zeros, then there is no use of that so many zeros. So our attributes are like zeros, but if you add Krishna in our life, then our life becomes very bad. Advita, please put yourself. Yeah. Then we went on to our first chapter. Then first chapter's name, what it is? Can anybody say what is the name of the chapter 1?
Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra.
Perfect. So yes, yeah. So this first chapter has got 46 verses, and this entire first chapter we thought of dividing into 5 sections so that we can study it nicely. So for the first section is preparation for war. So verse number 1 to 13 is our first section, which we saw last time, Moksha. That is preparation for war. So preparation for war, the name only suggests that both the parties, in this section, verse 1 to 13, first verse was spoken by Dhritarashtra. Like we saw the breakups, you remember, of the verses, how many verses who spoke. So Krishna spoke 575 verses. Dhritarashtra spoke 1, Sanjaya spoke 41, and Arjuna spoke 85. So this is a breakup of, how different characters in Bhagavad Gita, spoke the verses. So Dhritarashtra spoke only one verse, and that verse was the opening verse of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 1. So this verse, yes, last time we recited also, and many of you know it also. I think Moksha, even you know it. So we memorize that verse, and then from second verse onwards, verse numbers 2 to 13, Duryodhan was speaking to Dronacharya. Sanjay started speaking, and he said, "Your son, my dear king, your son went to his teacher Dronacharya, and he started to speak this verse. And what did you know Duryodhana speak? He said, he was pointing out to Dronacharya, "Arey, what is this, my Gurudev? You gave knowledge to Drushtadumna, which you knew that he would be killing you in future. But nevertheless, you gave him that knowledge." So from Dronacharya, we can learn that you should not be, considering, when you are going to die, how you are going to die. Best is to do your duty. So this is what we can learn. And then we also saw friendship between Dronacharya and Drupad, and friendship between Krishna and Sudama. So Krishna and Sudama's friendship was selfless and it was true friendship, whereas friendship between Dronacharya and Drupad was a selfish friendship which faded away by time. Then, so preparation for war means actually Duryodhana was analyzing both the armies. He saw Pandava's side, oh, so many people. He saw at our side, oh, so many people. So he is listing down various names. So he started telling from Pandava's side, there are, so and so people. There is Bhima and Arjuna, and he listed many names. So how many names were there? Does anybody remember? So Bhim, Arjuna, Yudhan, Virat, Drupad,
There were 15.
15, yes, 15. So there were so many names he listed. And then, so foremost he is saying Bhima and Arjuna, and continuously he keeps telling about Bhima and Arjuna. So actually from that we can understand that he's afraid or he's scared of Bhima and Arjuna. He thinks if I have to lose the battle or if I have to die, only Bhima can kill me. So he's scared of Bhima. So time and again he's just speaking about Bhim. And then just to pacify again, he's telling, but never mind, that is Pandava's side. But from our side, we have Bhishma, Karna, Kripacharya, Ashwathama, Vikarna, Somadatta. So he started telling people on his side. So he is telling Dronacharya only all these things. So Ashwathama was not very great warrior, but nevertheless he taking name of Ashwathama. Somebody has, I think, Sridhar, please unmute yourself better. Thank you. So Ashwathama is not very important, but since he is speaking to Dronacharya, he is, buttering him. See, Ashwathama is so great. I like him so much. And then Vikarna was also not that great warrior. But nevertheless, again, he is taking his name because during Draupadi's Chirharan, Vastraharan, Vikarna spoke to Duryodhan that, my dear brother, this is not right. What you're doing is not right. You should not do this to Draupadi. This is an insult. So Duryodhan was thinking now maybe Vikarna will go away to Pandava's side. So he started, glorifying Vikarna also. So this is how, he started telling about his side. Then suddenly he realizes that, what will Dronacharya think? I am telling about Bhishma. So later in the verse, he's telling, my army is very powerful and it is protected by Bhishma. So later he thinks that Dronacharya, Karna, they will think, why only Bhishma is glorifying? Why not we? So then he started telling, yeah, Bhishma is very, very, very powerful warrior, but he is very old. So you people will have to protect Bhishma so that Bhishma can protect all of us. So Bhishma was listening to all this, badbad, chabar. And he said, he understood that Duryodhana is actually feeling very, very anxious from Bhima and Arjuna. And that is why, to just pacify Duryodhana and, to make him a little happy, Bhishma started to blow his conch shell. Bhishma blew his conch shell and all the people at Kaurava's side blew their conch shells. And then the trumpets and bugles and the drums, they started banging. So we also saw that it is necessary to play some instruments on different occasions. For marriages, we play instruments, a soothing instrument. For parties, we have instruments. So for war also, there were so many instruments just to instill that mood, develop that mood so that people can, have that mood to nicely participate in the war. And the music, the instruments which were played were so loud that instilled, inspiration, and the blood was like boiling at both the sides. And now we will fight, and now I shall kill. So this was just to set the mood for all the warriors or the soldiers. So now the war is going to begin. So just like on sports day, our PT teacher, blows the whistle. Here in the warfare, they start blowing their conch shells. So this was the first session called preparation for war. Moksha, did you understand?
Yes,
This
Mataji.
is short in 10 minutes, but you can go leisurely and go through the recordings. Okay, my dear. Now,
Okay.
now we will go through our today's session, and that is section 2 of chapter 1, that is signs of victory. So verse number 14 to verse number 20 is our signs of victory. Like last time's first section, preparation for war, was verse number 1 to 13. Now again 14 onwards, this is signs of victory. So it's a very beautiful section, and it is very simple also for you to remember. So today's verse for memorization is verse number, this is verse number 14. Yeah, verse number 14. So you all can keep yourself muted. Only one person can unmute yourself. I can tell Siddesh. I can see Siddesh on my screen. So okay, one by one. Okay, I will tell everybody, but for now, Siddesh will unmute himself,
Yes.
and he will. Rest all will also repeat, but they will mute themselves. Okay. Tatha
तथा
Shveter
वेतेर
Hayer
हयेर
Yukte
युक्ते
Mahati
महति
Syandane
आंदने
Sito
शितौ
Madhava
माधवा
Pandavas
पांडवस्
Jaiva
चैव
Divyau
दिव्यौ
Shankhau
शंखौ
Pradat Matu.
पदत्मथु.
Okay, next Anvesha. Tatha Shvete Haye. You know this verse?
Yes. तथा
Yeah.
युक्ते महति सन्दन्ति स्थितौ महाधव पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मनौ.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. Now Moksha,
Yes, Mataji.
you also know this verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, recite the verse.
ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महतिष्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतुः.
Very nice. Very in a meter you are singing, reciting the verse very nicely. Very good. Swikruti, you
Yes, Mataji.
do you know this verse? Okay, very wonderful.
ततः श्वेतेर्हयैर्युक्ते महति शान्दने स्थितो माधव पाण्डवाश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः.
Very good. Bhumi,
Yes, Mataji.
Bhumi, you will recite after me?
Yes, Mataji. I don't know.
Yeah. Many of us don't know, don't worry. Tatha Shveterhayerhyukte.
तथा श्वेतेर.
Okay, before we recite this word, I will explain you the verse, okay?
Okay,
So-
Mataji.
Yeah, then it will be easier for you to remember the words. Tatha Shveterhayerhyukte. So therefore, Shveter means white. You know, Shweta, we know this name Shweta. Shweta means white. So Tatha Shveter. Shveter means white and Hayer means horses. So white horses. Mahate Syandane Stityo. So Syandane means chariot. Yes, last time somebody asked me what is chariot, Rath. And Mahati, it was a great chariot. And Madhava's Pandavas. So Madhava is Krishna. Pandava is here Arjuna. And Divyo. Divyo means transcendental, not ordinary. Shankho. Shankho, special Shankha they were. Divya Shankha. Pradatmatu. So he's telling Age that Tatha Shveter Hayar. Now this is all who is narrating. Sanjay is telling this to Dhritarashtra. What is happening now? Tatha Shveter Hayar. Now, after Duryodhana speak, all the trumpets and instruments have been blown, the conch shells have been blown and instruments are been, vibrated. Now what happened? Tatha Shveter, who came? Arjuna, Krishna came with his white horses on Mahati Syandani, on a great chariot. And who was seated on that chariot? Madhava. Krishna was seated on that chariot with Pandava, Arjuna. And what did they do? They also blew their Divya Shankho. Arjuna and Krishna, they had their Divya Shankho. Pradat Madhu, they also started blowing their conch. So this is the meaning of the verse. Now, I will tell Bhumi, you can just unmute yourself and recite after me, okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Tatha
Tatha
Shveter
Shvete
Hayer
Hair
Yukte
Yukte
Mahati
Mahati.
Syandane
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Syandane
Dandane
Stitho
Titho
Madhava
Madhava
Pandavas
Pandavas
Chaiva
Chaiva
Divyau
Divyau
Shankho
Shankau
Pradatmatu.
Pradatmatu.
Very good. Now recite after me again, na Bhumi. Tatha
Okay, Mataji.
Shveter Yukte
Tata Shvete Hayar Yukte
Mahati Syandane Stito
Mahati Sandane Sitito
Madhava Pandavaschaiva
Madhava Pandav Chaiva
Divyo Shankhu Pradatmatu.
Divya what is that?
Shankho.
Divya Shankhu
Divyo Shankho Pradatmatu.
Shankha Pradatmatu.
Very good. Now next, Ashita.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tatha Shveter Hayer Yukte
Tata Shetre Hayar Yukte.
Mahati Syandane Stito.
No, can you repeat?
Yeah. Am I audible or my voice is low?
You're audible, Mataji.
No,
Okay.
you are audible, Mata.
Okay. Mahati Syandane Stito.
Mahati Sande Shito.
Madhava Pandavaschaiva
Madhava Pandavaschaiva.
Divyo Shankho Pradatmatu.
Divya Shanku Pradhamatu.
Very good. Tanishka?
Yes.
Very good. Tatha Shveter Hayer Yukte
Tatha Shveter Hayar Yukte.
Mahati Syandane Stito
Mahati Sandane Stitau.
Madhava Pandavaschaiva
Madhava Pandavaschaiva.
Divyo Shankho Pradatmatu.
Divya Shankau Pradatmatu.
Perfect. Meghna?
Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Tatha Shveter Hayer Yukte
Tata Shvete Hayar Yukte
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
महति शान्दने स्थितौ
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
Perfect. Aditri. Okay, Aditri, I don't know if she's there. We can take Neha.
Mataji.
Neha, ready?
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
तथा श्वेतेर्हयैर्युक्ते
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
माधव पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
दिव्यौ शाङ्कौ प्रदत्मतु.
Perfect. Aditri is there now. Are you
Thank you,
ready?
Mataji.
Welcome. Ready? Aditri is ready?
Yes.
Yeah. तथा श्वेतेर्हयैर्युक्ते
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
माधव पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
दिव्य शङ्खौ प्रदद्मतु.
Very good. Tridha.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Ready?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. तथा श्वेतेर्हयैर्युक्ते
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
महति स्यान्दने स्थितो
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
माधव पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
दिव्य शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
Perfect.
Mataji, can
Shreyaditi?
I recite one time? Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. तथा श्वेतेर्हयैर्युक्ते
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ
माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव
माधव पाण्डवश्चैव
दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
दिव्यो शङ्खो प्रदत्मतु.
Yeah. Who was saying what again? Bhumi?
Can I recite one time?
Yes, why not?
Okay, Mataji. तथा श्वेते हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ माधवास् पाण्डवौ चैव दिव्य शङ्खो प्रदत्मतु.
Very good, Bhumi. Very nice. Anybody recite? Meghna. Yeah, Meghna.
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति शान्ते स्थितौ माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
Very good. Ashita. Ashita, you want to say again? You're raising your hand. I can see some people raising their hands.
Mataji, can I say again?
Yes, Tanishka. Go ahead.
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदत्मतु.
Very good. Neha wants to say again.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यान्दने स्थितौ माधव पाण्डवश्चैव Mataji, can you tell that?
Divyau Shanko Pradatmatu.
Divyau Shanko Pradatmatu.
Very good. Yeah. So now we will go ahead with the verse. Now what is there in this verse? Anybody else wants to recite again? Nobody else now? We'll go ahead.
Yes, Mataji.
Prahlad is left. Prahlad, you want to recite?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, beta, go
ततः
ahead.
श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदद्मतु.
Okay, I want even Harshal to say. Harshal,
Yes.
where is Harshal gone? He was just now there.
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्तो महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ
Pradadmatu.
प्रदद्मतु.
Very good. See, everybody knows, but some are shy to say. Very good, very good.
Ma'am, I want to repeat.
Yes,
Siddesh.
yes, Siddesh. Yes, Siddesh. Go ahead.
तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महति स्यन्दने शिस्तौ माधवा पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदद्मतु.
Very good. Anybody else?
Mataji.
Or else we will go ahead.
Mataji, if, I can try again.
Yes, Moksha.
Tata
Moksha, but you had
Shweta-
decided already.
Yeah, I just said that again.
Yeah, you had decided. No, so you know it perfectly. So
Yeah.
we have understood. Anybody else who did not know this verse earlier and now wants to recite? I want those people only. Okay, so no problem. We will go ahead with our session. So here now, as we saw in our first session only, how Vyasadeva has actually written down all these things. This discussion was going on the battlefield of Kurukshetra between Anvesha, even if you have question, you leave the question later, in between I will wait and I'll ask you if you have any question. That time you can ask me questions. Okay, beta?
Mataji, your voice is breaking.
Okay, my voice is breaking. That is what she was saying. Sorry. It is breaking still?
No,
No,
Mataji,
it's not breaking.
no, Mataji, it is not
Mataji.
break.
Okay.
No, Mataji, not now.
Okay, so let's begin. So in our first session, we saw that Vyasadeva actually, has written down this Bhagavad Gita. The discussion was going on Kurukshetra between Krishna and Arjuna, and Vyasadeva has written it down. So Vyasadeva is so nicely, expertly, composed it and written so such sequentially that he is giving some hints. So the section's name for today is Signs of Victory. Victory, V for victory. So what are the signs of victory? Vyasadeva very nicely from this verse number 14 to verse number 20, he has written it in such wonderful way that we can see there are some signs of victory that is depicting that Pandavas are going to win. Pandavas are going to win the battle. So what are these signs of victory that we are going to see in today's session? So if you see this verse itself, today's Divya Shankho Pradatmatu. So first is Divya. Divya is transcendental or no ordinary. It's the transcendental Shankha. Shankho means Shankha, the conch shell. So the conch shell at the Pandava side, they were Divya. They were not ordinary. So in the first section, preparation for war, when the Kauravas, when they blew their conch shell, nothing happened. Pandava sides, they were just waiting. Okay, they have blown their conch shell, no problem. But when Pandava side, their conch shells were very transcendental. There were no ordinary conch shells. When Pandava side people, they blew their conch shell, there was, in their heart, Kaurava side's hearts, they were shattered. They were feeling fearful. They were feeling despondent. Array, the opposing party maybe is very powerful. What will happen to us? So that their conch shells, Pandavas blowing their conch shell instilled fear in the hearts of Kauravas. That is why their conch shells were very transcendental. So this sign shows when Kauravas blew their conch shell, nothing happened to Pandavas. But when Pandavas blew their conch shell, the hearts of Kauravas were shattered. So that shows that Pandava sides are having good fortune. They are having some positive vibrations, and already there is some negativity at the Kaurava side. So this is first. So we see in the next verse, that is Panchajanya Rishikesho Devadatta Dhananjaya. You can show the verse. So we'll just have a look at the verses.
Mataji, if you want, I can recite this verse also.
No, you can recite, but you can recite at the end if we have time. Otherwise, we will not finish the session only.
Mataji,
this
till
is-
6th chapter I know by heart. So till that chapter I'll recite every single shloka.
Oh, so amazing. Wonderful, Moksha.
Yet learning the whole Bhagavad Gita though.
Yeah, you are like your name only. So this is also another wonderful verse. Panchajanya Rishikesho. Rishikesh is Krishna. So Krishna's council name was Panchajanya. And Devadatta Jaya. Arjuna's name is Dhananjaya. And his council's name is Devadattam. Poundram Dadmu Mahashankham. So another Mahashankha was whose? Poundram. This is Bhima. Bhima's council was Poundram. And it was also a Mahashankha. It was a great Shankha, very big Shankha. And Bhima, how was Bhima? Bhima was also not small. Bhima was also very big. And his activities were also very big. Bhima Karma Vrikodara. Vrikodara means who can eat. We know that Bhima eats a lot. Bhima used to eat a lot. But not only he used to eat a lot, he used to do karmas. He used to do activities also very great. He used to eat a lot and work a lot. Not like people like us, we eat a lot and do not work. But Bhima used to eat a lot, but he used to not, after eating, he used to not go to sleep. Suste nahi aate the usko. He used to work more vigorously. So here three council names are given: Panchajanya, Devadattam, and Poundram. So Panchajanya is Krishna's council name, and Krishna is mentioned here as Rishikesh. Devadattam is Arjuna's council's name, and Arjuna is mentioned here as Dhananjay, and Poundram is Bhima's council name, that is Poundram. So how did Krishna get this council? So there is a story. So this story is it comes in Mahabharata. When Krishna went to Gurukul at Ujjain, his Gurukul was at Ujjain, and Sandipani Muni was his guru. And after completing his studies, Sandipani Muni, there was time for Krishna and Balaram to give Guru Dakshina. So Sandipani Muni's wife, they had lost their son at Prabhas Kshetra. When their son, Guru's son, had gone near the ocean had gulped him, and his son had died. So this Guru, understanding that Krishna was no ordinary person, he was God himself, he said, "Can you please bring our son back?" So Krishna went with Balramji. He went near Prabhas ocean, and he went inside the ocean. And he found one conch shell. So there was one demon called Shankachud, and he just fought the battle with him. And what he had done, this demon, he had kept this son captive, and then Krishna killed this demon and brought back the son of the Guru. And then he brought this Panchajanya Shankha also to the Guru. But then the Guru Maharaj said, "No problem, you can keep this Shankha for you. We are happy with our son." So this Shankha, he said, this Shankha is not ordinary Shankha. This is Panchajanya Shankha, Krishna. And this is supposed to be for you only. So you keep this Shankha. So this was the conch shell Panchajanya, which Krishna got it from his Guru, from the ocean, by killing Shankachud. Then Arjuna is mentioned here as Dhananjay. So why his name is Dhananjay? So when Pandavas established Indraprasth, they needed lots of wealth for doing Rajasvi Yajna. So when they wanted wealth, when Arjuna went to one place, somebody told him that you have to go to such and such place where in earlier times one king had done lots of sacrifice and had given lots of charity to the Brahmanas. Many Brahmanas came, he fed them lunch and dinner in gold plates. And these Brahmanas were so satisfied after eating, they just threw the plates. So they, like today, we have this paper plates for parties, and we just throw it after the party. So earlier they used to have gold plates, real gold plates. They used to eat and throw it, disposable gold plates. So he said that, there is lots of wealth there. You go, Arjuna, and you will get that wealth. So Arjuna went and got all that, found that wealth. And that from that time, Arjuna was also known as Dhananjay. Okay. And then
Ma'am, why did Arjuna need money?
he needed money for doing Rajasuya Yajna. When you want to perform some Yajna, there lots of wealth is required, because you need to bring so many ingredients, and then you also need to give charity to the Brahmanas. So lots of things are required. So he needed wealth. They were in need of wealth. So Arjuna went to that particular place and he brought lots of wealth. That is why he was known as Dhananjay.
Mataji, what does wealth mean?
Wealth means money. Gold is wealth, na? Money, sometimes it comes in cash. Now we know only in the form of currency. But earlier it used to be in gold coins, in gold. So he wanted that wealth. So he is celebrated as Dhananjay. And Rishikesh means, Krishna is called here as Rishikesh. Rishikesh means master of senses. We have senses, eyes, ear, nose, tongue, skin, by which we can understand. We have some perceptions. By tongue, we perceive taste. By eyes, we can see something. So these are senses. But who is actually the master of the senses? Krishna. So Krishna is called as master of our senses. And then Poundram is Bhima's conch shell's name. So these are the three main conch. These are transcendental conch shells. And then in the later verses, next verses, Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putra Yudhishthira. So everybody's Shaksi conch shell's name is given. Yudhishthira Maharaj's conch shell's name is given. Then Nakul, Sadev, everybody's conch shell's name is mentioned here. So we see that Kaurava side, when the conch shells are blown, it is only just mentioned that everybody blew their conch shells. Their names are not given. They are not given any importance only. But when Pandava side, they are blowing their conch shells, everybody's names are given. Why? Because these conch shells are not ordinary. They are Divyo Shankho. Their Shankha is transcendental. They are special conch shells. And when such conch shells are blown, there is special effect. Opponent party is feeling very fearful. Oh, what is happening? I think we are going to, lose this battle. Some transcendental effect is there in this conch shell. There are special conch shells. The special conch shells will have special effect on the opponents. There was fear instilled in the hearts of the opponent party. That was the Kaurava party. Then this is which verse? Atha vyavasthitan drishtva dhata rashtra'n kapidvaja pravritte shastra sampate dhanur udyamya pandava rishikesham tada vakyam idam aha mahipate. Then again he's telling, okay, we'll come to this verse later. Now first again we have studied about the conch shells. So first sign of victory is Pandava side's conch shells were transcendental. So this is the first sign of victory that Pandavas had. Conch shells were not ordinary. They were very, very special and transcendental. Now second sign of victory is Krishna himself. Like we see, what is the name here? Rishikesh and Madhava. Krishna is present on Pandava side. So no ordinary. So what that equation we should remember. So many zeros are on the Kaurava side. And where is that one? One is on the Pandava side. So Krishna himself is present with Arjuna. That means who is going to win? If Krishna is there, that means Arjuna. Pandavas will win. Yeah, because Krishna is God.
Pandavas.
Yeah, Krishna is God himself. So God himself is present with Arjuna. तो भगवान है तो कौन क्या बिगाड़ लेगा अभी? पांडवास का कौन क्या बिगाड़ सकता है? Bhagwan himself is there with him. So this is also another sign of victory, that Krishna himself, and Krishna is also dharma. Wherever Krishna is, there is dharma. So dharma is at Pandava side, Krishna is at Pandava side. So definitely where dharma is, where Krishna is, Pandavas are going to only win. Then wherever there is Krishna, Questions we can take later. Please, we will take it later. Just I'll give time.
Okay, Mataji, sorry.
Yeah. No problem. I'll just finish this 5 and then I'll give some time for questions. Okay. So Krishna, we know Krishna is called here as Madhava. Krishna has many names. So what does this name Madhava means? Madhava means his wife is Lakshmi. So husband of Lakshmi is called as Madhava. So Krishna is husband of Lakshmi. So we know Lakshmi ji. What does she do? Many people do Lakshmi Puja. What does Lakshmi ji give?
Money.
Money.
Fortune.
People want money.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Money and gold.
Money and gold. You see picture of Lakshmi ji. She is just bestowing so much gold coins. So Lakshmi is giving lots of wealth. And also she gives, and also she is called as goddess of fortune. Lakshmi ji is also called as goddess of fortune. Fortune means good luck. Lots of wealth and good luck. So Madhava is there, Krishna is there, Dharma is there, and his wife. So wherever the husband goes, the wife also goes. We see always Lakshmi ji, what she is doing in this picture. Lakshmi ji is always pressing, massaging the feet of the Lord Vishnu. She is massaging the feet. She never leaves her husband. So wherever the husband is, the wife, such a wonderful wife also is with the husband. So Krishna is at the Pandava side. So Lakshmi ji is also at the Pandava side. So there is lots of wealth at Pandava side and good fortune, good luck also Pandava side. So these are the 3 signs of victory. Conch shells, Krishna is there, Dharma is there with Krishna, and his wife Lakshmi ji, goddess of fortune, good luck is also with Pandava side. Now this, just now which verse we saw, transcendental chariot given by Agni Dev. So which now we saw na Mahati Syandane Sthito Tatha Shveter Haye Rikter. This horses, they were also special. This chariot, Mahati Syandane Mahati means great chariot. Syandane means chariot, great chariot, which we see the Rath. The Rath also was given by Agni Dev. It was given by whom? It was given to Pandavas by Agni Dev. So it was said that whoever sat on this Rath, they never lost the battle. Now you imagine that Krishna is and Arjuna on this chariot, and they are going to fight the battle on this chariot. And it is the benediction already that nobody can lose the battle if somebody sits on this chariot. That means Pandavas are only going to win. So this is another sign of victory. So this chariot was given by Agni Dev to Arjuna. Why? Arjuna had helped Agni Dev. At Khandav Prast, there was a big forest, and Agni Dev was having, a stomach ache. He had having an indigestion problem. So he wanted to devour something. He wanted to exert his fire somewhere. So he said that this is a Khandav Prast forest. I want to devour, and then my belly will be satisfied. So Arjuna helped him. And then out of gratitude, Agni Dev gave this chariot to Arjuna. And this horses were also no ordinary. These horses were given by Indra. Indra was Arjuna's father only. And he gave these horses. And these horses also, they were not feeling tired very soon. So these horses were also very special. So you see such special gifts were there at Pandava side. Conch shells were special.
Ma'am.
Krishna himself, questions later. Siddesh, 1 minute, please. Krishna himself is there, and wherever Krishna is there, Dharma is there. Wherever Dharma is there, Krishna takes that only side actually. So Krishna is there, Dharma is there, and his wife, Lakshmi ji is also there at Pandava side. The chariots are there at Pandava side, and also the horses are also special. They don't get tired. Now, last sign of victory is Hanuman ji. So, if you see this chariot, here Rath ke upar ek flag hai, dhwaja. So, we'll just go to that verse first, and then we'll come to this sign of victory again. And I'm sure many people may be knowing this verse also. Like Moksha, she said, she knows till 6th chapter. So, she may be knowing this verse also.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, wonderful. Atha vyavasthitan drishtva dharta rashtra'n kapi dhwaja प्रवृत्ते शस्त्र संपाते धनुरुद्यम्य पांडवा ऋषिकेशम तदा वाक्यम idam aha mahipate. Now here this word kapi dhwaja, there that Arjuna's chariot was special, his horses were special, and on that chariot was a dhwaja, a flag, and on that flag was kapi. Kapi means a vanar, and we know which vanar is सबसे special vanar.
Hanumanji.
Hanumanji.
Hanumanji. Yes. So Hanumanji was present on that chariot, and it was not just a picture. Hanumanji was actually present on that flag. So very nice story. There are two wonderful stories which I will tell you about Hanumanji here. It comes in this only this section. So you may be knowing actually this story. When Bhima was in the forest, Bhima was very angry once, and he was feeling, he was actually in the Vanvas, 13 years Vanvas they had. And he was all the time very upset and angry on Duryodhan and party, how they have, cheated us and how they always were, unjust to us. And he just somehow or other wanted to teach them a lesson. So always Bhima would, roam here and there with an angry mood. So in the forest, in Himalayas, once when Bhima was walking, he saw one old animal, Hanumanji only it was, but he was acting as a very old vanar, and he was lying down on the way, and his tail was coming in way of Bhima. So Bhima said, please take your tail aside, I want to go. So that Hanumanji said, I am very old, why don't you keep my tail aside and go ahead? So Bhima said, okay, no problem. So he just, with one finger, two fingers, was just trying to lift that tail aside, because thinking that is an old vanar, what strength he will be having. But he could not lift it. Then he put it all his strength, and still could not move his tail. So he understood. Moksha, can you mute yourself better?
Oh, sorry, Mataji.
No problem. So, when he could not lift the tail, Bhima understood that this is not ordinary vanar, and he said, who are you? Please show me or give me your darshan. And Hanumanji came. And then Bhima said, Hanumanji, you know that, how we were cheated, and now there is going to be a battle, between Pandavas and Kauravas. I really want you to fight the battle from our side, because you fought a battle on when in Ramayana, you fought a battle on Ram's side, and Ram Bhagwan was victorious. So if you come to our side, even again we will win this battle also. So Hanumanji said, no, don't worry. This is your age. I have already done seva for Lord Ram. Now it is time for you to do it for Krishna. But yes, I will not fight a war, but I will be present on your chariot, and I will be seated on that flag. And what I will do, I will, when the battle is going on, I will shout so loudly that the opponent army will be so afraid. How many of you have learned karate?
Me.
Who has done?
Ma'am, I have Siddesh.
So yes, everybody. Siddesh is there. I can see Tanishka, Bhumi, Aditri. So
No,
many of
Mataji, I haven't.
you haven't.
No,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. So few of them have learned karate. So during karate, when you have to give a punch or a stunt, what you do? That teacher will tell you, you have to make you have to first make the sound, and then whatever defend or offend we have to do. But you have to make that sound, loud sound. Why that sound effect is there? Because first the sound goes, and with that sound only opponent person is scared. Arey, what he's going to give me a big punch now? So he's afraid. So with that sound you have to give that punch. So here Hanumanji said, I am going to give that sound effect. So loudly I will shout that opponent party will be afraid. Before Arjuna shoot the arrow, opponent party will be so afraid that they will start shivering, and they will be delayed to taking up their bow and arrow. And in meanwhile, Arjuna will do his work. Arjuna will kill them also. So this is what task Hanumanji had taken on Pandava side. So Hanumanji agreed. Hanumanji also gave Bhima 2 lessons. That see, just now you thought that I'm very ordinary, and you just became very arrogant. So never think yourself although you are very powerful, you should not think that other person is very weak, and you should not, disrespect anybody. So this is two things he said. You should never disrespect others and never think that others are very weak. Then only you will be victorious in the battle. So in the battle also, you should never think that this opponent, I am very powerful, what he can do. Should never think like this. We never know who can do what on the battlefield. So this is what Bhima gave him. And there is another story also, which you maybe this Bhima's story you would have heard, but also Arjuna also was roaming. 13 years when the Pandavas were in the exile, they were also trying to find Divya Shastra also, Astra Shastra. So Arjuna went to South India near Setubal, where during the Ram's time, the Vanar Sena had built a bridge to go to Lanka, so that they can build a bridge to go and bring Mother Sita, fight with Ravana and bring Mother Sita back. So they had built a Setu. So Arjuna happened to go there, and there he saw that there was a small Vanar, Chota Bandar. He saw he was playing, and then he said, then Arjuna was thinking, this bridge was built by Vanar Sena. He was telling, he asked that Vanar there. He said, I heard that this Vanaras build a bridge for Ram Bhagwan. Why did Ram do that? With his arrows, Ram Bhagwan could have built a bridge with the arrows itself. Why did he need the help of Vanar Sena? So that Vanar said, no. Ram Bhagwan could have done, but our Vanara, they were so heavy that that arrow wala bridge, it would have been broken down if the Vanars would walk on that bridge. So Arjuna said, no, I don't think so. So he said, Arjuna said, yes, I can build a bridge of arrows and you can walk on that. Let me see if the arrow bridge breaks or no. So this Vanar was actually Hanumanji. So Arjuna, with his many arrows, he built a bridge. And Hanumanji, after the bridge was built, Hanumanji started walking on that bridge. And Hanumanji said, Jai Shri Ram, and he started walking on the bridge. As soon as he took Lord Ram's name, that bridge broke down. Because Hanumanji took Lord Rama's name. So that bridge broke down. And actually they had a bet also. Hanumanji and Arjuna had bet. So Arjuna said, if I build such a bridge and if you are not able to break, then you have to take Agni Samadhi. And if you break, then I will take Agni Samadhi. I will, light the fire and I will jump in that fire and kill myself. So Hanumanji broke down. So Arjuna thought, my God, I have to now take Agni Samadhi. So he was preparing the fire, but immediately, a Brahmana comes and he says, what is going on here? Why is the fire? So they say, no, we had such a bet. So Brahmana said, it was between you all both only. Who knows? Who is the witness? Let me see. Again, we all try again. So this time, Arjuna takes Krishna's name. He remembers Krishna and again he builds the bridge. And now Hanuman starts walking on the bridge. And now this time the bridge doesn't break. So important point here is, whenever Hanuman took Lord Ram's name and did something, he always was victorious. And when Arjuna took Krishna's name and that did something, there he was victorious. So it is very important to take God's name in whatever services we are doing, whatever things we are doing in our life. We should always do it by taking Lord's name. So this Brahmana, then immediately both of them, Hanumanji and Arjuna, they both went to this Brahmana, and this Brahmana turned into Ram and Krishna, and both of them blessed Hanumanji and Arjuna, and they said, now there is going to be war. So Ram Bhagwan said to Hanumanji, you be on the chariot of Arjuna and help them. And Krishna said, yes, I will be with Arjuna. So this is how Hanumanji agreed to Arjuna also and to Hanumanji also, that I will be there on your side during the battle. And that is how he was on the battlefield with Pandava side. So these are the signs of victory. Divyo Shankho, transcendental conch shells, Krishna himself, Dharma is there on Pandava side, and goddess Lakshmi with all the wealth and good luck is also on the Pandava side. Then this chariot given by Agni Dev is very special. Whoever sat on that chariot never lost any battle. And the horses also were special, given by Agni Dev, given by Indra. And this Hanumanji on the flag. So all these good lucks were present, signs of victory were present on the Pandava side. Now I'll wait for few minutes and I'll give you a time for question answers. So one by one, you all can raise your hands and ask questions.
Mataji,
1 minute. Who is asking? You please tell Mataji and tell your name. So Tanishka.
Mataji Tanishka.
Yeah, Tanishka.
Yes, Mataji. In the third one, wherever there is Krishna, and then after that, will it be goddess or goddess?
Goddess.
Because that was there, it was written goddess. So I had to doubt that.
Okay. It is goddess. Little bit spelling mistakes here and there could be there, but it is goddess. Fortune. Okay. Yeah.
Mataji,
Ma'am, I am Siddesh.
Okay, Siddesh.
Ma'am, but Arjuna is the son of Pandu, no, ma'am. But you told
Yeah.
he is the son of Indra.
Yeah, he's also son of Indra because Kunti and Maharaj Pandu, when they were in forest, Maharaj Pandu had got a curse that you will not be able to have children alone. So by the blessings of different demigods like Indra, then Dharmaraj, then Vayu, by their blessings they got these children. That is why they are also called as Arjuna is called as Indra's son also. Yudhishthira Maharaj is also called as Dharmaraj because he is Dharma's son. And Bhim is also called as Vayuputra. Okay. Because of their blessings, they are born.
Then Hanuman and Bhima are brothers.
Who are brothers? Hanuman and Bhima. Yes, that is why Hanuman and Bhima are brothers. Yes. Because they both are Vayuputra. Perfect. Bhumi, yes, you can ask the question.
no, Mataji, I have that question only.
Which that question only?
Yes,
Tanishka's
Mataji.
Okay. Anvesha has question.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, as you told in the before slides that Madhava means the husband of Lakshmi Devi. But
Yeah.
at our home, we have a picture which was Radha Madhav. Why is it so? Why is it not Lakshmi Madhav?
Actually, Lakshmi ji is expansion of Radharani only. Lakshmi ji is Lakshmi ji, Rukmini. They are all expansions of Radharani. So Lakshmi and Radharani are not different. Okay.
Ma'am, but Krishna has many wives, right? 16,000
He has
wives.
he has many wives, but all the wives are expansion of Radharani only. Okay. Yeah.
Mataji, and one more question. In the shlokas, some of the part of shlokas were yellow.
Yeah, because we wanted to explain that, na, Kapi Dwaja. Kapi Dwaja was flag. So to highlight those important words, we had just highlighted those words. That is why they were yellow. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, welcome. Anybody else has any question? Everybody understood this session? All
Yes,
signs of
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So one by one, I'll ask you questions now. Okay. Let me see how much you all have understood. Okay. Ready, everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So what is the name of Krishna's conch shell? Raise your, raise your hands. Raise your hands. Raise your hands.
Ma'am, can you, Mataji, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. See, this is what happens. If you are say in chorus, then some people could not hear the question only. So just raise your hands. And because of online session, there is a lapse. So some people the sound reaches very late. So we have to give them time. So raise your hands. The question was,
School like this
what
only
is
happen.
what is the name of Krishna's conch shell?
Panchajanya.
Krishna's conch shell. Who said it? Yeah. So you raise your hands one by one. Trida, what is the name of Krishna's conch shell?
Mataji, Panchajanya.
Perfect. What is the name of Arjuna's conch shell, Anvesha?
Devadatta.
Very good. Prahlad, what is the name of Bhima's conch shell?
Poundram.
Very good. See, so nicely you all know now. Very good. And why is Krishna called as Madhava, Moksha?
Mataji, because Krishna is the wife of Lakshmi Devi.
Krishna is the wife.
I mean, husband of. Sorry, I got muddled up.
Yes. I know. I can understand. Just a slip of. Yes. And why is Arjuna called Dhananjay? Shreyaditi?
Ma'am, actually,
Because he collected so much wealth.
Yeah, I'm asking Shreyaditi. Shreyaditi saying.
Because Arjuna had collected so much wealth from South India to perform the Rajasuya Yajna.
Yeah, perfect. Very good.
Thank you.
Now, yeah, very good. Who gave the chariot to Arjuna? Harshal?
Agnidev.
Agnidev. Perfect. And who gave the horses? Aditri?
ma'am, I don't know. Mataji, can I?
Yeah, Tanishka?
Indradev.
Indradev. Yes. And what else? Okay. How were the chariots? Which color were the horses? Tatha Shwet.
Mataji, can I?
Mataji, can I?
Wait. Who has not answered? Siddesh has answered. Neha.
Ma'am, I did not answer Siddesh.
Huh?
Siddesh did not answer. I did
Wait.
not answer.
Neha, I'm asking Neha. Which color horses?
White, ma'am.
White. Yes, white. Siddesh, you answered no?
No, ma'am. I did not get chance.
Okay. So I was talking to you so much that I thought you have answered many questions. Sorry.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So more question I'll ask, don't worry. So how the conch shells on Pandava's side? Siddesh?
Very loud and there were very transcendental.
Transcendental means not ordinary. They were transcendental.
Transcendental. They're
Yeah,
very
very special. Yeah.
special.
Yeah. Then what else is there? Yeah. So how did Krishna got this Panchajanya Shankha? Wait, I can see Aditri raising her hand.
Mataji, I have a question. Manasi.
1 minute. First my question you have to answer. Then I will answer your question, Baba.
Okay, ma'am.
Who gave this? How did Krishna get his Shankha? Panchajanya? Moksha?
Got his Shankar by killing a Rakshasa who lived in it.
Yes.
Forgot his name, Mataji.
For his guru, na? He wanted to give Guru Dakshina to his guru and get his son back. And that is how Krishna
So he
brought his
killed the
son.
monster
Yeah.
who lived in the conch shell and
Yeah.
then he returned the
Yes,
son.
very good. Very good. Yes, Mansi, now you can ask your question better.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you said that Lakshmi is the wife of Krishna and Krishna teaches us to believe in non-materialistic things. Ma'am, but Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and wealth is a materialistic thing. So how does this make sense?
See, nothing is material. If you are a devotee, you are using everything, your wealth, your intelligence, your abilities, your strength, everything. You see, Pandavas are using for Krishna's service. Krishna said you have to fight. So they are using everything, wealth and health, everything for Krishna's service. So when wealth is used in Krishna's service, then it becomes not materialistic, it becomes transcendental, it becomes devotional. But when it
Okay,
is used for our enjoyment, then it becomes materialistic. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Prahlad has any question?
Mataji,
Who is Prahlad? Anvesha is not Prahlad, no?
No, Mataji, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Anvesha has any question now?
yes, Mataji. Mataji, Bhishma Dev was a devotee of Krishna only, but why wasn't his conscience transcendental?
But because he took side of adharma, he was on whose side? Kaurava's side, and they were adharmis. They were not on the dharma side. So if how much ever great devotee, Krishna wanted to show that how much ever great devotee you are, if you are taking wrong side, then you will also be finished.
Who, ma'am?
Bhishma.
Okay.
So we should not think that we are devotees, we can do anything, any wrong. No, as devotees, we have to understand. We have to use our intelligence and we have to understand what is right, what is wrong. And we have to take the side of right only. Okay?
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, welcome. Moksha has a question. Moksha?
No, Mataji, I don't have a question. I just
Okay.
I raised my hand.
So everybody understood this session? Everybody understood?
Yes, Mataji.
Ashita understood?
Yes, Mataji.
Toshan Krishna understood?
Yes, Mataji.
Prahlad, Meghna, Janvi, Bhumi, Vrinda, Anvita, everybody understood? Svikruti,
Yes, Mataji.
Swarna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, wonderful. Harshal understood?
Yes, Mataji.
Harshal's background is very nice. Krishna's, I can see his background. Swarna also has got a very nice background. Oh, wow, beautiful it is looking. Swarna. First time I'm seeing Swarna also. Beautiful, very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so I will be sending the quiz by tomorrow and you all can solve it and send it to me and we'll meet next week, next Sunday. Okay? Anybody?
Bye.
Yeah, somebody was asking
Bye,
something.
Mataji.
Bye.
Bye, Mataji.
Bye, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Bye,
Mataji.
Hare
Hi,
Krishna. Hare
Mataji. Thank you.
Bye.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Bye. Bye. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Bye. Thank
Mataji.
you. Hare Krishna. Anvesha has to ask something, I think.
No,
Anvesha,
Mataji.
okay. So bye, Anvesha. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Swarna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Anvita.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Aditri. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.